Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So this is me. I haven't done this before, so let's see how this goes. I hope you enjoy it. But if you watched the video that I put up Wednesday, and I will link that in the description below. I don't know how to do the link in the cards kind of thing yet. So anyway, like I told you, I'm new. You probably saw me setting up my journal, and I was on the side kind of wiping paint on a piece of paper trying to get it off my thing. So that's what this is. And I was just really inspired by a couple of YouTube channels that I will also link below, and I wanted to do kind of a word study card to help me remember the verses that we've been going over since January, and just to kind of put it in a little art journal and keep up with that. So I wiped the paint on there, and then as you see, I'm getting my distress ink and just inking up the sides kind of around, kind of filling in the white space. So I didn't really want all that white on there. So just using some bright spring colors and putting that on. So like I said, I was just really inspired by several artists on YouTube. I love watching their Bible journaling videos and just the different things that they do. I love mixed media. So I just thought this was a fun way that, I can really solidify some of those words that I've gone in depth on in the scripture studies that I've done, and just, really help me have a place that I can keep up with that. So this is some ledger paper. I have no idea where I got it. I think somebody gifted it to me, but it's got some ledger paper, and using a little scrap to kind of test out different colors to see what I want to write with. And I just tore that paper. It's pretty thin and a little bit brittle, so it's really easy to tear. I have decided on these Zig Brushables markers, and I'm just going to letter the word create. There you go. There's the marker. It's the Zig Brushables. I got those a long time ago before they got really popular, and now they're pretty pricey. They were really cheap when I got them. I have no idea what happened, but they got pretty pricey. And then I'm just getting my tape runner, which I don't recommend because, like I said, that paper is pretty thin. It kind of started to tear some of it, but I just didn't feel like getting the glue out, so that's what we did. And now you get to see me fiddle for a long time with just different clip art. I'm a huge fan of Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop, and I always print that out on sticker paper and fussy cut those. I don't know. I love fussy cutting stuff. It's just, my daughter has a Cricut, and she's always like, I could do that for you. But I really, and she could cut it out, but I just really love fussy cutting stuff. It's very relaxing. I don't know. Is anybody else that way? Okay, so like I said, I just fiddle and fiddle. I couldn't find what I was really looking for. So I go for this. Draw a little stem on with my Pigma Micron. And as you'll soon discover, not a real big fan of what I've done. Yeah, this is me deciding, I wish I had, I don't know. So, put it away, go teach dance classes for a while, and print out some more stuff and come back, because pull that sticker off, and it came off really easy. And then here we go. This I really love. And this was one of the new printables from Illustrated Faith. And like I said, I always print them on sticker paper, and I will link that in the description below as well. Just trim off the sides. And the front is done. So now I am tearing a piece of paper out of a Scribbles That Matter little journal. I think it's a B6 one that I have. And I'm going back to my verses from January when we did the verse for Create. And it was the Create in Me a Clean Heart in Psalms. And I am just going to letter that out. I can't stand it when lettering isn't straight, so that was one of the reasons I tore that piece of paper out, because it has the dot grid on it. And I don't write straight. I don't. So, even with the lines, it's a little bit wonky sometimes. So anyway, the little dot grid helps. So I'm just lettering out the verse. Again, using my Pigma Micron. I want to say that's the PN, which stands for plastic nib. And I'll link the video from when we talked about this verse. We actually did verse 10 through 12, but it was the word create that just really hit me. Just some of the things, some of the commentary, just really what it meant. It was just powerful to me that in that particular verse, it was really talking about the same create as in Genesis, that God really, David was really asking God to do a new work in his heart, to really, make a difference in how he was behaving and how he was responding to, I guess, sin would be the way to say it, and that God could do that for us, that he would, in his power, that he would basically give us a new heart, which we know, that he does that. So anyway, that particular word just really stood out to me, and how that, to remember that, to think on that. So you saw me just trace around that card a little bit, so I knew that I wasn't going to go outside of the edges. I had quite a bit of things I wanted to write down. I wanted to remember about that the God of nature was by the power of his word, he created our world. And then the God of grace, that by the power of his word, he makes us clean. And, that it is the same God that does both. And just how awesome God is. Just really want to remember that when I, look through these journals one day, or if my grandkids or great-grandkids are digging through all my things and they can pull this out and really see some of the things that really spoke to me and really meant a lot to me. And I want them to remember that that is the God that we serve and who we worship. So I think I'm writing down a little some of the commentary from Charles Spurgeon, just that meant a lot to me. Again, it was talking about how much sin destroys us, and how in that it so destroys us that we need our heart replaced, that we have to call the Creator to come in and recreate something he's already done. I like that visual of that hello, coming, we've got to kind of pay more attention here to what sin is doing in our lives, and just the love of God, that he would come in and create a new heart in us. So I wrap that up and cut out that what I've written. Put some of my tape runner down. Line that up on the back and then turn around it. It's a little bit easier that way. But I was really close at the bottom, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't cut any of that off. I had a little wiggle room at the top, so I was really inspired by the Open Journeys word cards that she has in her Etsy shop. I'll link that below if I can figure out how to do that. Again, I'm not the greatest at this, but we're learning. And I got some of her cards and I'm going to be using them, but the word create was not in any of them, so that's this one is kind of based off those same size of those cards, which is like 4x4. I've also made a few of these with just like tags, so they've turned out pretty cute, but we'll see. If y'all like this video, if this is something that you would be interested in watching, I'd love for you to let me know. Give the video a thumbs up so that others can find it, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe. I am planning on doing a few more art videos, if it's something that people want to see, instead of just the Sunday scripture challenge. I don't even know what to call those, but if you're new to the channel, I started a radio program 5 years ago, and with COVID, just lots of changes, and have kind of gone into a podcast form, and then have gone on to YouTube. So that's there's a long story behind it anyway, but so it's like a work in progress now, trying to figure out all the things. So anyway, all I did was grab my distress ink and kind of ink up the sides. This is part of the little art journal that I made. Made this out of decorative sacks, and so that will just fit in there, and I'll probably decorate that later. Bye guys.